Hello, everybody, and welcome to Task Force Unlikely, episode 26, Revelations. Happy 1-year anniversary, Task Force Unlikely.
Woo!
Y'all did it. Last time on Task Force Unlikely, the party made its way through the Shadowfell to the Palace of Memories and the Raven Queen. Along the way, they met a champion of the Raven Queen named Vorkisis, who claimed to be the son of fate and that he knew the fate of all beings living and dead. Two of the party members got to ask him questions about the fate of loved ones or family members, loved in quotes. And while Kaw and Gayle teleported to the other side, because who's this creepy old dude? They then walked through the palace of the Raven Queen and were sort of bombarded by the fate, the web of fate, before they approached the Raven Queen, gave her the artifact they were there to deliver, and in return were given a magical skull that lets them traverse the plains.
Honestly, pretty good deal.
Yeah. And then they were teleported back to Waterdeep, and they met up with Tarbek's nieces and nephews, a dwarf named Gwendolyn, who seemed in charge of the party, Dormir the Sleepy, who is aptly named Nurzgul, who is an abyssal tiefling who had his fanny pack stolen, Victor, who's sort of a braggadocious bard, but I repeat myself, and Cookie, the winged kobold, who is into dragons, digging, and has a 1,000-yard stare. And the party was reunited with Birdsong and Cause Wagon, and they took everybody out to thank Torm. It's Torm's Day, where every day it's Torm's Day, and everything on the menu is fried and covered in gravy. And you can gravify anything on the menu for extra gravy. It's their new promotion. Buy 5 gravy items, get the 6th item gravified, and your punch card is edible.
All punch cards are edible if you're determined enough.
And that is about where we wrapped up the episode.
Don't eat your punch cards, kids.
So, you all, it is a beautiful early spring morning in the city of Waterdeep. In the morning, Gwendolyn trundles into the house. You can see she's wearing like short shorts and like a loose-fitting tank top with a towel around her neck, and she just screams "mail call" and then drops a bunch of like mail and packages onto a table in the foyer, and then goes back out front and starts doing push-ups.
Huh? That's Gwendolyn for you.
I respect that.
Starts sorting through all the mail.
Okay. So, a lot of it's junk. A lot of it is junk not even addressed to you. It's addressed to Durger, the former resident of this house. He clearly
I put like a mail forward stamp on them.
And then
which I have prefabricated, by the way, just so we're clear.
But two letters attract your attention. One of them is addressed to very plainly to Task Force Unlikely. And it's a very plain brown envelope. It's slightly singed at the corners. And then the other one is a very elaborate gold leaf envelope. And it looks like it's written engraved in silver to Task Force Unlikely.
All right, then. First and foremost, big mail forward pile. Just gonna chuck that into. I'm assuming we have like an in and out bin at this point.
Yeah, you have a little mailbox. You put the flag up, and someone will come grab it.
Awesome. And I'm going to enjoy some delicious tea as the day begins and everyone starts waking up. I presume most people are not as up early as Tarbek because we're not actually doing anything super violent and scary today, so we don't have to be up early.
How early does Navira get up?
She's up earlier than most people think she is. She just isn't around.
Okay.
So, like a couple hours after she gets up, she'll find her way downstairs in full armor with her sword.
Okay.
Because she has learned to expect anything at this point.
Sure. Lady Kaw.
On one hand, I have the intense desire to make her sleep in because sleeping in. On the other hand, I can have her wake up because...
Because what?
Because of things.
Beak cuts. That was a bad pun, I'm sorry.
I had to kick you from the call. I
Yeah.
think that's what we established
Right.
pre-stream.
1 year anniversary.
It was
That's
lovely
right,
playing
buddy.
with you. You made it a whole year.
Whole year without the beak pun.
Yeah, no, Kaw's just gonna sleep in.
Okay. Awesome. And Gayle, did you stay here or with your uncles last night?
I think I said I went home to sleep
Okay.
at my uncle's house.
So yeah, when you wake up, you can smell that they're cooking breakfast, and yeah, what would you like to do?
Gail will get ready for the day with, like, I guess her full armor, and then head down to the breakfast table.
Okay.
And she'll take... Oh, what was that sword called?
It is called Night Shadow.
Yeah, that's what I thought. She'll take Night Shadow and, like, drop it right on the kitchen table and be like, so about my dad.
Pan clatter. Neither of them are looking at you. One is looking at the stove, the other one is looking at, like, the pile of plates he just dropped. And Grigor turns around first and he says, "What about your father?"
Was he, like, a demigod, or...
Grigor will look at Bran, and Bran kind of, you can see side-eyes him like it's your sister. And Grigor says, "We don't know a lot about your father. Your mother did not share much about him. She was a little, cagey about some things, and we have not seen him in a while."
How long is a while?
I think the last we saw him was 15 years ago or so.
Hmm. But you wouldn't know if he would be like related to Wolf or anything?
Bran will say, aren't all drow related to... And Grigor will be like, shut up! You are not helping! Grigor will say, when he came by, it was towards the end. And, he made some promises that, in my opinion, he failed to keep. He talked a big game. He was always a bit braggadocious, like he thought he was better than us. I seem to remember something about not being Lolth's favorite. Don't really know what that means. And he was a male drow. I assumed it was something about that.
Okay. So, but he looked like human, right? He didn't like have spider stuff growing out of him.
He will say no. He looked like a drow. Yes, a flair for the dramatic, perhaps, but he was big into masks. But I thought it was part of his adventuring kit. He was a rogue or something.
That checks out. Alright, so Gayle will grab like a piece of toast and some coffee and just give him suspicious looks and be like, I gotta go, but this isn't over. And he'll give those little watching signs.
Grigor will kind of nod and go back to straightening up the pile of plates.
No unawkward way to have that conversation.
So, is my dad a god?
Well,
He sure seemed to think so. Am I right? No. As you were walking out, Bran will kind of hustle up to you, and he'll say, Gayle. Your mother didn't talk about your father very much. It seemed a sore subject, and when he was last here, they did not meet or part on good terms. We never asked too many questions, and, well, we thought she'd be here to answer them one day, but I'm sorry we don't know more.
oh. That's fine. It's just so I kind of saw a couple weird things while I was in the Underdark. I kind of met Lol, and then it was a big thing, but it's fine now. You don't need to worry. I'll see you soon. Bye. She just like ran out the door.
What? Wait, what? Halfway down the street. But what?
He's just like leaving.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. Ooh, wrong button. Okay, so yeah, you head back to the manor house. It is up. Gayle, how loudly do you enter said manor house?
Not too loudly, I hope. Just open the door, see what's happening.
Okay, so you don't storm in or anything?
No.
Okay.
Gotta maintain that Galeness.
Yeah, I like to imagine when you come in, Tarbek and Navira are probably just having a very boring, banal conversation. Eating some breakfast.
We're trying to figure out how to put armor on Birdsong.
Yeah, they got to make barding for donkeys, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's just horse barding, but smaller.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, someone is going to go after that donkey, and when they do, we
At
got to
that
be
point,
ready.
Someone's going to die.
Well, first of all,
First, they're going to regret their decisions. Then they're going to die.
would Birdsong be able to move with armor though? It's not. That's not a
Well,
horse.
that's just the thing. We got to figure out, like, technically, how the armor pieces would fit together in a way that was comfortable enough for her to move.
Well, and I can't use Mithril on a donkey. Like
No, that would be far too heavy.
Well,
Mithril is light.
For a donkey.
Donkeys are strong. Mules have a strength of 14.
Okay.
So they'd be
same as Tarbek.
Yeah, they'd be able to wield medium or some heavy armor.
Oh, we're gonna put heavy armor on the donkey.
Battle donkey.
All right.
To me, my battle donkey. What?
Tarbek starts
Jangle
sketching something. And he's about to start drawing, but then he realizes he would be drawing on the letter that he wanted to show the rest of the party, and it's like, nope, it's too nice. We got some mail for all of us. Didn't want to open it until most of the party was here. Do we want to wake up Kaw, or should I let her sleep in?
Let her sleep in. I mean, if they wanted to get a hold of us, then they wouldn't have sent letters.
That's
like, how
true.
fast do you think we could have responded that it's snail mail?
Well, I mean, the ones with singed corners, maybe that was sent through like a magic fire or something. I know there's some people who do that.
Mm-hmm.
So Tarbek will open the singed one first. With his +1 letter opener of punctuality.
It came with your stationary kit.
Yeah.
You have the TUX seal and a Clan Cinderbeard seal. So that one is addressed to Task Force Unlikely, and it's from Tarbek the Stranger and Volfa.
Oh.
And they apologize for the slowness. This letter may reach you, but because you guys were in the Shadowfell, it reached you when you got home. And they say that they will soon be abandoning the Obsidian Citadel. They will drop off any supplies they feel are useful at Glaurum before moving on. And they hope to see you all again, but must go about trying to rebuild their order and foster cooperation between elves, dwarves, and all others to protect the North from threats. They thank you and congratulate you all on well-earned victories.
Oh.
That's nice.
Well, that's
of them.
nice.
And then there is a PS written in a much blockier script addressed just to Tarbek. And it says, Tarbek, I have seen many defeats and many fruitless victories. But today you've done the clan proud, son. Keep doing your good works, and it will be a long time before anyone forgets the name of Clan Cinderbeard. And then in Dwarvish he writes, Talorn Tuldor, which means those who do good deeds are those who endure.
Tarbek will nod, and he'll read out the first part to the rest of the group. He'll keep the PS to himself, and then he'll tuck the letter in his pocket and smile a bit.
Okay.
Putting that one on the fridge. He strategically turns away from the rest of the crew and kind of scratches the inside of his nose to hide the fact that he's crying a little bit.
All right, what's the next one?
Okay. So, yeah. Let me see that.
A little bit of emotional whiplash there.
I do it to her all the time, so it's like completely fair.
So you can see there are 3 pieces of paper in this envelope. So the first one is a little note that says, an invitation to the newest heroes of Waterdeep. Your tales of weal and woe are becoming known throughout the city. We hear you have saved our good friend Durger. We wish to celebrate your heroics and invite you to our ball. We would love if you could attend a Fey Day masquerade at our manor estate. And then,
weal and woe. That's Kaw's thing.
And then the middle piece of paper is a little invitation that seems like the mass formed one. There are little masquerade masks in each corner, and it says that you have been cordially invited to a masquerade at a manor house that I will tell you what it's called in a moment. I'll figure that out in a second. But yeah, so you've been invited to a nobleman's masquerade party, and then the third piece of paper is an RSVP. And you all know that Fey Day is the first day of spring. It is the day when the barriers between the Feywild and the Primaterial Plane are at their weakest, and that in certain rural towns it is cause for fear, and certain superstitious rituals. In Waterdeep, it's a big ass party. It's like Mardi Gras.
Seems about right.
Yeah.
So, ballroom episode. Got it.
Yep.
I love the distinction between everyone hide your children away, the Fae are coming, and everybody get crunk, the Fae are coming.
Yeah.
Those are kind of the 2 speeds of Fae.
Yeah.
It's either absolute party or absolute fear.
Yeah.
It's true. There's like Baba Yaga and satyrs, and there's really nothing in between.
Yeah, they throw some real ragers. Lock up your kids.
Yeah. Partially because Fae are dangerous, partially because they do things at those parties that are not acceptable for children. I saw that one episode of the Monster of the Week thing. That one.
Oh, yes.
That's an old one.
That still has the best line that anyone has ever said.
What line?
I believe it was Andy's.
Yeah. I believe it was, but I don't want a goat man to see my underpants.
That tells you the type of stuff that goes on at those satyr parties.
Yeah.
Anyways, Tarbek will sort of gesture to the rest of the group. Well, look, we're looking for some merriment. Everyone want to go to the Fey Day Festival?
Would Gayle know, like, this nobleman's party, is it like a yearly thing? Would she know anything about it?
So let me remember what nobleman it is.
Because it sounds like going to the manor of Trappingtons.
It's not the Castlelanners, I'll tell you that.
Oh, thank goodness.
Good lord.
That was my first guess.
Oh man, the stupid Wikipedia article. List of... Let me Google it. So you know that every year a bunch of noble families hold Ragers. You do know that this one is, they tend to invite adventurers and, they're like the trendy party. Like, they try and catch, like, up-and-comers. So it'll be like, we discovered Ack Inc. before they were a thing. Like, that's what they're kind of into. Yeah. So, if you've been invited, they see you as, like, you're the next big adventuring group of Waterdeep, and they'll invite, bards and like circus performers or adventurers, new wizards, artisans.
What do they mean next? We banished Tiamat.
You banished part of Tiamat, and that wasn't in the city. It was technically under it.
That was also not exactly a good thing? Question mark?
Verdict's still out on that one. It was the thing that was least dangerous in the immediate future, but I don't know if it's the best thing overall.
And the noble family is named Anteos.
Okay.
And
Anteos Rager.
Okay.
But yeah, and they are a family of moneylenders, so they kind of try and, keep an eye out for investment opportunities. So you know that this is also, like, equal parts fancy masquerade ball where people get drunk and opportunity for adventurers or artisans to kind of network.
Oh, I'm both of those things.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going, right?
Yeah, sure, let's go to the party.
So the party is in a couple days. So you all have time to prepare. So first of all, fancy shopping montage if you all want it.
Yeah. Well, Tarbek's fancy armor is the... she's just wearing bangles, probably.
We gotta pick them all out.
Of course. Tarbek's fancy armor is just the stuff that's in the picture on the overlay. That's Tarbek's fancy armor for parties.
Okay. With the clasp and the cloak kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Would anyone else like to do any shopping for this party?
I mean, we all need apparently masquerade masks.
You do indeed need masquerade masks.
I'm good.
Navira will invest heavily in hers. Like, she does not want to be recognized.
Okay.
Did she get an angel mask?
Oh, nice.
It's weird. It has this, like, strip of color on it that's like a blindfold motif.
Oh.
Oh no, Mira.
Oh, no.
You're breaking up, Mira.
My joke was so bad I broke her connection.
That was a really good joke, actually.
Okay, hold please.
Discord hates humor, in addition to hating plot.
Oh, crap.
Oh no.
Hold on, I messed up. Where's goddamn technical difficulties? There it is.
Wrong screen, so he's doing stuff.
It's weird.
What happened there?
Hey. Oh, it's not. Oh no, that should be fine. Let's see. Okay, sorry. I tried to message you on my phone, and I accidentally clicked the little outgoing call thing, and that apparently disconnected me from the call. So anyway, but you seem to be back, which is good. And everybody's in the right boxes. So we were saying, what kind of mask do you want? An angel mask?
Oh, she sees the angel mask with the blindfold. She looks at it, considers it, gets a really bad feeling all of a sudden, and chucks it across the room.
Oh, okay, you have to pay for that.
One of those. This is hilarious. But
Do I?
not.
Just taking pictures of yourself in it. I'm not going to buy this. Picture.
Or more accurately, tintype.
Yes.
Post it. # memories.
Hashtag Throwback Torms Day.
Jesus. I don't know. Maybe she'll like even like tempt fate just a little bit and go for something like devilish, just to like make it like kind of hide in plain sight a little bit.
Okay, so do you want it to kind of do you want it to hide your horns or sort of make the mask look like the horns are part of your mask?
That would be cool.
You're starting to break up again.
Oh,
Oh, come on. Hold again. Oh, wait. There we go. You're back. Okay.
Yay!
We heard that would be cool. That's cool?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Okay. Do you want a hood for your hair or anything like that? Like a mask and a
Sure,
hood?
yes.
Okay.
Good.
So Navira has a pseudo devil mask.
More so than usual.
With a hood and horns, quote unquote. Okay. So that's Navira. Tarbek. What kind of mask would Tarbek get? Or is he just going to wear his helmet?
No, that seems a little lazy. Tarbek is going to wear a mask. He will get one that's it's like flames coming up from the side. And if possible, like a giant over-exaggerated mustache, like
Okay.
as part of the mask. He's going for the like super Tarbek mask essentially.
So does the mustache kind of like have like a fire motif? Does it kind of is it shaped like flames?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a red mask. It matches his outfit. He'll, also get his head shaved so that his dome is extra chrome.
Okay. So
Not the back and sides, of course. Got to keep those very selectively flowing locks.
And Gayle, what about you for masks?
I think Gayle's gonna seriously tempt fate and try to go with like a spider motif.
Okay.
Like maybe like a pure black mask with like little spider webs, like spider web design all over it, and like little silver font, that kind of thing.
Okay, spider motif. It's a black mask with silver webs.
It's your friendly neighborhood drow.
Yep.
So when you're at the mask store looking at the spidery section, there is a mask that weirdly seems familiar to you, and it is like a classic thieves mask. It's black with a silver lining, and it has like a kind of like a bandana sewn into it that would cover your face, and it's just very simple and elegant, and it resonates with you.
Yes, that one.
You want that one?
Yes, I'm doing a tuxedo mask type of thing.
Okay.
Please be more useful, though.
Don't worry, he'll handle it.
But you didn't do anything.
You're welcome. Kaw.
I mean, she's probably more dress shopping because, like, she already has a mask. It's kind of her holy symbol.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the thing she's had since I've rolled her up. It would just be like a mostly plain, black-looking, long-nosed masquerade mask, with just some like nice little gold, thin detailing along just some of the edges.
Does she look like a plague doctor?
I mean, with the combination of the mask over her beak, kinda. Except, it looks like a fancy black porcelain instead of scary.
Instead of ominous. And it doesn't have a bunch of useless herbs packed in the front.
It doesn't have red eyes.
Man, plague doctors are weird.
Very,
very glad we have magical healing in this universe.
Okay. So, Navira has a pseudo-devil mask with a hood and horns. Tarbek's going full Tarbek with a fire and beard mask. Gayle has a spidery black thief mask, and Kaw has her holy symbol. And Kaw mentioned fancy dress shopping as well. Would anyone else like to fancy dress shop? Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be really fast. I just want a short dress that I could show off, because I'm gonna bring my cool sword, my Night Shadow, with to show off to people. Gayle's super excited, but she hasn't been able to use it.
Man, I'm looking forward to this party. I hope I get to stab someone.
Nobles bring rapiers around with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of fashion, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, one Waterdavian noble is going to end up drunkenly challenging the other Waterdavian noble to a duel.
Slap.
They'll both pass out before one of them stabs each other, but it's always exciting.
How dare you, sir? Stop it. Sorry. Sorry, my cat's scratching something.
Cat is helping.
Yeah, there you go. Good boy. So sorry, Gayle, was that are you getting a dress that accentuates your rapier, or are you wearing like a tuxedo or a suit kind of thing?
I was thinking it was going to be more like a Zatanna type thing. With, suit on top, and then it flares out a little bit.
Okay. Fishnets, or more like a skirt?
More like a skirt.
Okay. Okay, so Gayle's got half a Zatanna.
Yeah.
Kaw has a fancy ball dress with lots of bangles, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
She probably went shopping for one dress and came home with 3.
I mean, no one's going to tell you not to spend the money because you guys got a bunch of it, but still.
Yeah.
And Tarbek, are you going to do anything to your armor?
Polish it.
Okay.
And probably, I don't know. Do I have any? I want to display a clan symbol, prominently somewhere on there.
Okay.
Oh my god, I actually haven't designed a clan symbol for Clan Cinderbeard yet, which is very strange. I'll have to get back to that, because that's something I need. But yeah, I'll stick a clan emblem on there somewhere, maybe on the belt buckle or whatever.
It could be one of the clasps for the cloak.
Ooh, good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Good idea. Well, that's the clasp for the cloak.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm not gonna bring my shield, but I will bring, the ancestral hammer. Sort of leave it sitting on my waist.
Okay. And Navira, what about you?
She'll polish, clean her armor, make it look nice. And she'll wear kind of a very fancy, shiny cloak, dark cloak that kind of matches her hood over her armor. So it's not too obvious that she's wearing armor, but I don't know. In my mind, I have Gwendolyn Christie vibes.
Okay.
Which is big old tall woman but also very fancy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So as you all are getting prepared for the ball, you're doing various errands. It's still a day or two away, but you're assembling your ensembles. You're all discussing masks and such. Tarbek's helping people who have armor that needs polished or repaired to make it look as nice as possible.
Tarbek's like I like to imagine a little bit of a fashionista. It just doesn't always come out.
Yeah, he's into this fancy dress kind of regalia stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're all getting ready when there is a knock on your door.
I'll get it. Haven't even finished braiding my beard yet. Hello there?
So you walk down the hall, you pass Dormer, who's sitting like 2 feet from the door, and he could have gotten up and gotten it, but he's just...
Has Dormer somehow gotten ready?
Well, technically he was not invited, but he seems to have on a nicer outfit than normal, as if he's going to try and freeload his way into this party, sure.
You mean I can sleep at a fancy noble party?
Oh my
god. We have established that Dormir is a very powerful wizard, but
he's
we're not sure what kind. Or
at will teleporting or something. And when Tarbek, you swing open the door, you are met eye to eye with this a very short old tiefling woman who you recognize as Lou.
Lou, right, yes. Hello there. Good to see you again.
Oh,
we're not.
Hello, dear.
Kaw hears this and rushes towards the door.
She's kind of old lady, shaking a little bit, and all of her various baubles and bangles are just jangling away. And Kaw, are you in your wagon? So are you coming up from behind her?
I mean, yeah, but
okay.
like she can hear me coming.
Right, yeah. And Lou will turn and say, "Oh, it's wonderful to see you, dear."
Yes,
Tarbek.
Definitely. Give the old lady a hug.
She'll hug you back.
Tarbek is kind of glad to see her, but also worried that she's got like some doom prophecy.
She'll look at a little piece of paper. Not for you. Oh, no. It's back over here. So she hugs Kaw, smells like menthol and Bengay, and she turns to look at Tarbek and says, "How are you both doing?"
Oh, well, it's been a wild week. Just preparing for this party tonight. We're really excited to finally, get a chance to mingle. I haven't really spent much time in Waterdeep just relaxing, if that makes sense. The past week's been great.
She'll say, "Yes, it is a quaint little city, isn't it?" And she'll say, a party, you say, for this, what is it? Fae Day?
That it is.
She'll say, "Yes. When the line between the Feywild and here is so thin you can basically walk through it. Wonderful."
It is.
She'll say, well, dears, I simply wanted to see how your business was going. I know you had some important thing you were off to do for King so-and-so or King what's-his-name. So hard to keep track of all these lordlings and nobles.
King Bernor Battlehammer?
That's the one.
He's kind of an important one.
Like I said, so hard, especially at my age.
Would you like a cup of...
Like, Navira will hear is like, is that Lou?
Oh, hello, dear. What? Off the Trolltide list. No gifts for you.
Oh, that is not what got me off the Trolltide list, I'll assure you.
She will say, yeah, but...
Probably had to be around the first or second war crime.
Oh, dear.
They all blend together after a while. She will say, yes, Brunor Battlehammer, that's it. King of the dwarves. I do like dwarves. Such wonderful magic items.
I'll nod, pat the hammer on my hip.
She will say, oh, that's, well, new to you, isn't it?
It's very familiar, as a matter of fact.
She will say, did you encounter anything else interesting on your travels?
Well,
Yes.
a few.
She'll look back and forth.
I was gonna think for a minute and then very quietly make the screaming mushroom noise.
Oh my!
Yes.
Do we show Lou the skull? That's not in character.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she already had one, so...
Tarbek will...
I think the question is, does she have more keys for it?
Tarbek will reach into his beard of holding and pull out the skull. There's also this, which I think you might be familiar with.
She looks at it adoringly, and she says, "A Burke's skull? Where did you get such a thing?"
Not important.
Long story. I don't want to bore you.
Kaw just makes a bird sound. She caws. See if Lou gets it.
She'll pause for a moment and scratch behind her chin and say, "No, the Raven Queen."
Okay, you're clearly way smarter than your whole letting on, but...
Oh, that's part of the
Yes,
charm of it.
Definitely.
She will say, "The Raven Queen does not simply give out magic items. Bit of a hoarder, and I do know what I am talking about." So how did you get it?
Well, you know, we worked out bit of a... we did her a favor.
She likes those. Likes having mortals in the palm of her hand.
Yeah, we've encountered quite a few of those recently.
Yes, absolutely.
Very
Interesting.
recently, if my intuition is correct. And I'll kind of look pointedly at Lou.
Just a simple old woman. Curious for a story.
Yeah, obviously.
Very doubtful.
Do I really need to roll insight for that?
You can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna roll insight for that, because I'm pretty sure she's not an old woman.
That sounds like fun.
Okay,
I'm sure she's an old woman, but I don't think she's a normal one.
Yeah, but, you know, I only got a 13, so...
Okay. Yeah. She's certainly an old woman, but she's being ominous AF right now.
18.
She is predicting what you're, even with the slight hints you're dropping, she seems to be trying to lead your conversation in a certain way.
You have something you need from us, Lou?
A simple yarn. Unless you're willing to part with the Burke skull, that is.
I think we're gonna hold on to that if that's alright.
She'll hold it for a second, and she'll say, "Of course," and hand it back to you.
Oh, I wasn't planning on...
Yeah,
alright.
Well,
It's fine.
She
It's
didn't-
fine.
she
As long
didn't
as
do
she
it.
actually gives it back.
she does give it back to you.
Mira's doing the same thing I do when my beard grows in, and I'm thinking really hard about something.
Lou will say, pardon me. Lou will say, well, dears, you know, to make the Burke skull work, you do need portal keys. I am always here to help for a price. And I do trades.
Well, not entirely sure. We've got quite a few of ours already. Some of them from you. Thank you very much for that. But we'll certainly let you know if there's anything specific we need.
She'll say, do you have one to sigil?
Nope, but we don't need one. Thanks.
Okay. Just very helpful, even with the skull, to be able to get to the city of doors.
You know what?
I
Sure it is.
say no.
Of course.
But of course, one needs a reason to go to the city of doors, and we don't have one, so thanks. No thanks.
If you don't have one, no sense in going. It's sometimes a rough haul for primers.
It can be a little painful, if you know what I'm saying.
Only if you
Oh, it's painful in plenty of ways, I'm sure.
only if you say the wrong thing to the wrong person.
Anything to anyone?
That's a way. And as long as none of you are powers, obviously, but what a silly thing.
That was in character, by the way.
Anyway, it's getting late, and we have to go to this party. So, Lou, unless you have anything to tell, without being incredibly cryptic, which I know is impossible for you. So, unless you get anything of paramount importance, I suggest you getting on going, huh?
Sure. Let's see. One thing. Where are you? This is not alphabetical.
think Gayle was even here for this conversation. She was just like upstairs getting ready.
Wait, what happened? Oh, there it is. Oh, well, that's dumb. Sorry. She's not in the book where I thought she was. Anyway.
I can't remember what book he's using.
I wouldn't worry about it. I never told you what book it's from. Okay. Are
you saying one of our trusted friends is actually maybe secretly a bad guy? Who would have thought that?
No, I've never done that before.
I don't know if Lou is bad so much as just incredibly powerful and creepy and cryptic.
Powerful and ominous.
Okay.
Which is almost as bad as outright evil.
I take offense to that.
Sorry, hashtag not all cryptic and ominous people.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. No, and... Okay. She is... before she leaves, she will, subtly wave her hand and ask Navira to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Okay. Cool. Fine.
Let me know how that turns out.
Let's see. +3 for wisdom, and then +3 for aura. Stick. No, 9.
Okay, 9. You are...
Ooh, dispel magic.
Okay. You briefly fall under the effects of a charm before the spell is dispelled. To which Lou goes, "Ooh, no, I don't like that. My apologies."
Very doubtful. My reply is no.
I think
Point
it's
to the
time for
door.
you to go, Lou.
Yeah, get out of here. I've been manipulated by far too many people in my life to let
question.
something like that happen to me.
Question.
Get out.
Sure.
Would she get advantage on that Navira because of Redeemer?
Let me check
I'm
something
really gonna
very
write the
fast.
specifics of Redeemer down at some point.
It gives you advantage against charm and domination stuff from fiends. And I don't know if she is explicitly a fiend, but...
She is technically a tiefling. She is a tiefling. And I don't think tieflings count as fiends.
Tieflings are technically not fiends.
Yeah, it's not like elves who have the Fey subtype or whatever. So you wouldn't get the extra effect, but you do quickly... It quickly is still dispelled by Lady Kaw. Oh, what?
Kitty.
Cat is helping.
She's a good girl. Okay. So, Kaw dispels it. Lou apologizes, and Tarbek tells her to get the F off my porch. And she will say, "I'm terribly sorry things turned out this way." She'll say, "Someday you may need old Lou's help, Don't hold this against her. And she'll turn and start to shuffle down the stairs and out through the front garden and out your lives.
Dealing with Lou is slightly less dangerous than dealing with Shemeshka, is what I've decided.
You just
Either
hear from
way, Navira is high key.
You just hear from upstairs. So who's at the door?
No one, Gayle. Go get ready.
Don't count on it.
Tarbek's gonna go back to braiding his beard.
Okay. Would anyone else like to do anything? No. Okay. So you all continue to get ready for the masquerade ball, and yeah, the day is passing into night, and you can start to hear revelers in the street, as Fay Day festivities begin taking place all over the city of Waterdeep. So what would you all like to do?
Remind everyone that while we are in the depths of this celebration, fireworks are stupid.
Fireworks are real dumb. So are parades.
Tarbek is slightly offended until he the more specific meaning of fireworks. And Tarbek will sort of look at Navira and look at Gayle, and at one point will sort of fall back a bit to Gayle and sort of nudge her, and then nod to Navira. Well, Navira's not looking, and just give her a wink. Give Gayle a wink.
Are you having a stroke, Tarbek?
Oh my god, the fumes have gotten to him finally.
By the way, Navira is like silently stewing to herself right now. You know, she just had her trust violated, and that is something that she does not like at all. And so she may be planning the murder of slightly mysterious old ladies in her head right now.
I didn't prepare calm
Ridiculously.
emotions.
Oh, you think Navira would take that well?
Not after the charm.
Comforting pat on Gundam's shoulder.
I sometimes forget how tall Navira is compared to the rest of the party.
Yeah, everybody else is short in this party.
Party, 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 party.
Okay. Anything else? Other than Tarbek not having a stroke at Gayle.
Absolutely nothing for Tarbek.
Okay. So as you all are walking through the city streets, you can see there's a bunch of bunting going across various alleyways. There are kids running around in homemade outfits that kind of look like various figures from fairy folklore, from elven and fae folklore. You can see someone's dressed like the Summer King, the Raven Queen, Titiana, Oberon. There are little kids dressed like satyrs. all running around and kind of play acting various scenarios. And as you're walking, you are occasionally drunkenly bumped into. At some point, you see probably Victor drunkenly bump into you, and he's like, "Oh, hey."
I didn't see nothing. Go back to your night. Just don't show up and start breaking things tonight.
I'll stay somewhere else then.
Oy.
Deuces.
Note to self: prepare a cure venereal disease spell for tomorrow.
It's a lesser restoration.
Jesus.
Was that we were talking about emotional whiplash?
And Victor will go back to the party. He's trying to get Nerazgul to loosen up and have fun. Nerazgul hasn't seemed to gotten over the loss of his fanny pack, and that will be his character
back eventually.
Yeah. He just looked like such a dope, but I feel bad now.
I mean, if I didn't take it, someone else was going to, and if I take it, I can give it back.
Yeah.
I've just forgotten to so far.
Or you can give him all the stuff inside and be like, "I'm sorry, I couldn't find the fanny pack, but here's all your gold and cart passes. Get a bag."
Just a couple of Magic the Gathering cards.
Yes. He's got Acquisitions Incorporated trading cards.
This one looks like a bootleg version of me. Tarbek fire mustache.
The real popular in Cormier. It's a knockoff market, but it's a pretty decent likeness if you turn it upside down and squint.
His hair is blue.
That makes it rarer. It's a coloring misprint. Oh, okay, good. Okay. So you all make your way through the city and up to the Ontios Manor House. And you can see it is... the doors are... the doors and the windows are all open, and you can hear there's a live band inside, and people are just raucously partying, and it's spilled out onto the front steps and the entryway, and you can see there are several large bodyguards checking people's invitations. You can see there's a half-orc, a Goliath, straight-up golems. There are 2 iron golems who are at the top of the stairs, kind of eyes keep, going back and forth.
I will show the invitation to the iron golem.
Remember to send in the RSVP, right?
I'm sure we did.
I'm going to assume you did. If not,
we did.
You're about to get kicked out of this party. The Iron Golem seems like it's programmed with a couple of sayings, and it says, "Hey, not today, bud."
But
he goes to the next saying, which is, "I don't know, it seems like you had a few, eh?"
no more than usual.
Oh, I think he cycles through this.
Regulars only, pal.
Is this like a rental? What's happening?
I feel like I have. I'm a forge cleric. I have to know what's going on here.
It's a rental, and these are the bouncer settings.
All right. I don't know if I can speak in binary to this golem and have it say the right thing, but
one of the living guards will come up to you and he'll say, "I'm sorry about that," and he'll pick up your invitation and he'll look at it and he'll say, "Oh, adventurers. Okay, cool, yeah." He says,
you get to use that entrance. The one that's reinforced.
Yeah. And the one that's fireball proof.
Exactly.
He says, hey, couple ground rules. This goes for everybody. I'm not just singling you out because you're adventurers. Please don't start any fights or use fireball in the mansion. None of you...
Down one of the wands, looks back.
Yeah. None of you are bards, right?
I reply,
no.
No.
Cool. My speech is a lot shorter than. Yeah, that's it. So, everybody cool? Cool. And it'll kind of slap the back of the golem, and it'll say, "Not today, pal." Okay. Just goddamn rentals.
You know, they're very easy to reprogram these things. You'd be surprised.
It voids the
All
warranty.
right, Tarbek, we're here for the party, not for maintenance. Let's go.
That's my kind of party. Anyways, party time. Woo.
Okay. So, you all enter the party, and it is a lavish affair with a crazy amount of guests bustling in and out. You can see here there are other adventuring parties, a couple artist types, and everyone is wearing very ornate clothes, masks. A lot of people have hoods up to kind of further hide their hair or their, maybe their ears if they're elves and trying to pretend not to be. But yeah, you just see a sea of people and food, drinks, and merriment. What would you all like to do?
To the
Drinks and
bar!
merriment.
Open bar! Woo!
Yeah. Tarbek will also probably go to the bar. He's gonna drink with his bird best friend.
So yeah, you head up to the bar, and there is a young half-elf behind the bar, and they gesture at the drink list, and there's a couple ales, a Moonshay Stout, some kind of Dale Lands Pale Ale, hipster drinks, and then the signature cocktail of the party is an old-fashioned, but it's got some ironic twist on it or something.
It's got what or something?
It's got an ironic twist to it.
Mm.
It uses, I don't know, a different kind of bitter.
So like a dwarves only menu?
I don't know anything about drinking. But yeah, but there's also wine, whiskey, kind of whatever drinks you want. It's a pretty decent selection for the bar. And it seems open, but there is a little bowl that has a couple coins in it for tips.
Tarbek will put 2 gold pieces into the bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get 2 old fashions.
Okay. And yeah, they'll start to mix them up, put the cherries in it, whiskey, simple syrup, grenadine, I think is what is in an old fashioned, and slide them over to you.
All right, Kaw, what are you having?
What I figured. Still order wine.
Okay. Yeah, and do you want red, white, or rosé?
Normally red, we're gonna go with rosé.
Okay. Yeah, he'll uncork a bottle and pour you a glass of rosé.
Just mingle, make small talk.
Love the mental image of Tarbek with 2 drinks in his hand holder for him.
Like he's like double fisting, like fancy cocktails.
Gayle and Navira.
Oh, hey, we happen to leave you two alone.
Navira is like head above literally everyone else, just looking out for anybody that she recognizes.
Okay.
Everyone's in masks, though.
Give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh yeah, I'm fantastic at those. Everybody has time. Wait until you fail me again. Wait, disadvantage. Right. So like 9.
Like a 9?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I can't see.
Yeah. Everybody is in masks. Damn it.
Piss. Alright, retreat to the corner and try to look inconspicuous.
Okay. The giant tiefling slinks off to the corner.
You sure that's gonna work, though?
If it's a dark corner.
You figure if you want to be, you should be probably where people are the thickest. Because you figure something's gonna pop
I'm sorry,
off
I
here.
thought about that wrong. My mind didn't interpret that correctly at first.
That's a different part of the dance floor.
I'm sorry. It's like, but if I am around a lot of people, I have a bigger opportunity of someone actually bumping into me, feeling that I'm wearing a bunch of armor. Probably great idea. I'm just gonna go stand over there. Bye.
Can Gayle see where the dance floor is?
Yeah. There is a the kind of in this the ballroom of the manor. There are a bunch of people dancing. They seem to be doing a waltz right now, but it's kind of broken up into various different dances throughout the night. But yeah, you totally see where the ballroom or the dance floor is.
Is it like highly populated?
Yeah, you'd say it's pretty crowded.
Gayle's gonna have to wait till it thins out.
Okay.
So, she'll say to Navira, "I'll go get you something to drink. Just stay right
Thanks.
there." And Gayle will go get her like something to drink.
Okay. You go up to the barkeep. Anything particular you want?
What do you got with the most alcohol in it?
He will kind of like look at like lean back a couple of bottles, and he'll just pull out this like bright green liquor that just has dwarven runes all over it.
I can speak Dwarvish.
Yeah, it says the good shit.
I like this bottle.
Tarbek's eyes widen. It's like he kind of turns to Gayle. It's like, you sure?
Perfect. I'll take 2.
Yeah, and
boy.
he'll pour you 2 tumblers of the good shit.
Do they have to serve it in cast iron?
He seems to prime the glass before he gives it to you. Kind of glaze or something on the inside.
Okay. Gayle will take it and take it back to Navira. And when she hands it to Navira, Gayle will say, "I'm going to need someone to look really cool and intimidating while I network with people to show off how cool we are. So..."
All right. I mean, as long as I don't have to say anything.
I'm
Then
gonna
she'll
do
look
all
at
that.
glass. She'll like study it for a second. Like, isn't this the shit that Tarbek keeps under his bed?
Probably? I don't know. I've never been in his room.
No, I've definitely seen him hiding those. Probably means it's good. And she'll down it. Like, leave it on
I'm
like a...
saving that for my cousin's wedding. Even on our budget, that stuff's expensive.
She'll down it and then she'll like place it on top of somebody's head and then she'll follow Gayle.
Yay.
Okay.
Is it one of the
Gayle,
Myconids? Sorry.
Gayle will wrap like her arm around Navira's arm.
Okay. And the
This is my emotional support tiefling Gundam.
Exactly.
the as you're walking through the like a movie, the audience seems to part for all of you, and everyone is like looking at the adventurers strutting across the floor. And do you want to go onto the dance floor, or do you want to approach a group of people, Gayle?
I think we'll do networking first and wait for it to, even out a little bit.
Okay.
Am I back?
You're back.
Cool.
Okay, so give me a perception or an insight check, Gayle.
Well, they're both the same thing. Ooh, that is a 16 for perception.
Stop.
16 for perception. Okay, so scanning the room, you can see, you quickly pick out various nobles that you think you could network to. There's various groups of them. You see two different groups that seem like they are like particularly thin right now. Like maybe you'd have a good opportunity to get in there and talk to someone.
Navira sees Gayle pull out like a stack of business cards. She doesn't know where from. She just now has like a little tiny pile of business cards. And she flips one around and goes, "Let's get to work."
Where did you get what? Navira feels like she's like dissociating at this point. Like, this is completely foreign environment to her. I mean, they did have balls in the first level of hell, but mostly they involved ritual sacrifices, so kind of a different crowd.
The night's still early. Yeah.
Okay. So you approach one of the thinner groups, and it's this. It's a young woman who has long silvery blonde hair, that's kind of intricately braided. You think, it's intricately braided at the top, and it looks like they gave up like halfway down. They're kind of wearing like a flowy sundress and a mask that is half a sun and half the moon, sort of comedy and tragedy style, but one half is, orange and got like the typical triangles, and then the other half is kind of stylized to look like a crescent moon over her eye. And she says, "Oh, hey man, what's up?"
Hi, we are representatives of Task Force Unlikely, and Gayle will just pull out a business card with a little flare.
Cool, charmed. And she'll pick it up and look at it and say, "Yeah, like, so what's your deal though?"
We are adventurers. We've saved the city multiple times in multiple ways.
Okay.
We're just getting our word out, getting everything all set to go and how we can better help the city and that kind of thing. Who are you?
Yeah, tight, cool. My name is Joyce Wingard. I'm a wizard. I'm a pretty good one too. So Well, I
You
will
just see
be. Yeah.
Navira down.
No, it's
Oh.
I'm at a very prestigious arcane academy in my 7th year there. They can't let me go.
And how many years were you supposed to be there?
It's a 5-year program.
I
I'm
get
just-
it, you know.
I'm just, I'm finding myself. I'm really exploring my blistitude.
No, yeah, totally.
Yeah. I'm thinking about taking a bard minor. I like your energy. No, man.
No,
It's just,
bards are bad.
Bards are bad.
Yeah,
Oh my!
it doesn't really
They're
apply to
banned
like
in like
real
half
world.
of Waterdeep.
My mind is blown right now. I had to totally rethink my entire life.
Yeah, the market's really saturated with bards.
It's saturated with bards. Oh my god.
Worst part about it is they never come out. They're like a stain.
Oh man. You have given me so much to think about, my dude.
And if you need, and if you need any more help, you can find us at. Gayle will rattle off her address to
Okay.
the manor.
Cool. Like, I don't have any money or anything anymore, but when I do, after I stop becoming a bard, I'm gonna look you guys up. You guys need a wizard?
I mean, we're expanding. We could use someone who's, good at enchantment, like part-time.
Cool. Yeah, I'll be honest, my grades are middling in enchantment, but on the plus side, that's as high as my grades get.
Yep. Gayle's already, regretting this whole conversation. And it's just like, well, info's on the card. We'll let you get back to having a cool party. And we'll just, try to, nudge Navira to, move along.
Cool. Peace and love.
Navira's had one foot out the door of this conversation the entire time.
Yeah. Who cares, kid? Get your shit together, then talk.
You never know what amazing character that Andy's going to bring to these.
After your total time sync with Joyce, you look around and there are still other groups, and they seem to be congregating and actually performing some business deals and transactions. And then the dance floor is also a little lighter than it was before.
Gayle will look at Navira. And Mira, you can tell me, does Navira look like she might be willing to try to dance? If Gayle asks.
Not at all. You're not sure you could ever get a yes out of her in that situation.
Cool. Gayle will look hand Navira her drink and be like, okay, more talking time.
You could tell that maybe ballroom dance lessons weren't exactly a priority in the cult of Zariel.
No time like the present to learn.
Yeah.
You've got enhance ability prepared, right?
Yes. That's actually a really fun idea.
It also bears repeating that I have a negative on dexterity.
I have guidance.
Okay. So, Gayle, if you don't want to drag Navira onto the dance floor, which would be physically very difficult,
Yeah.
You approach another group of nobles, and one of them turns to you and says, "Oh, hello."
Hello there. We are representatives of Task Force Unlikely. And she'll give the same speech she gave the other, gave Joyce, and flip out a card with a flourish and hand it to
He'll say, "Oh, charmed," and he'll pick it up from your hands, and he will introduce himself as Cameroon Melshimber.
Cool.
And he will look at your drink and see, and he'll say, "Oh, hard liquors? Yes.
We do love to party
Yes,
at that time of the night."
he'll say, "I'm just more of a wine man myself," and a couple of his cronies will like, you see, I'm in the wine business. Yes.
Oh. Of course, a man like yourself must know quite fine wines.
Yes. And he'll look at your card and he'll say, "Adventurers, do you offer any other services? Not that I don't need adventurers from time to time. I'm just curious."
Quite very many. I myself is a handy locksmith. My dwarven friend over there builds great machines, and my bird friend over there can tell your future.
Yeah. And he'll look at Navira and say, "And is she just muscle?"
No. She's our accountant.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
And I like to imagine, Navira's face is not hiding that well. Wait, what?
Fortunately, Navira's wearing a mask.
And he will look at your card and he'll say, "Yeah, I do like an organization with diversified interests and abilities. Are your rates reasonable?"
Very reasonable.
Oh,
You should just ask our accountant. She will gladly give you our rates, and if you have anything you'd like to negotiate, she's gladly willing to negotiate.
He will look up at Navira and he'll say, "Oh, quite, because simply my wine cellar has some excellent and very rare vintages in it, and I'd love a new vault door, which it sounds like your friend," pointing off to Tarbek, "could perhaps manufacture, and this fine young woman could make sure the lock is impenetrable, and then perhaps offer a guard service from time to time. What would something like that cost?"
I didn't take a message.
So, Kaw, who is watching this conversation, just going to kind of elbow Tarbek and quickly write down on a piece of paper, come up with an estimate for a vault door.
I'm assuming Tarbek can probably come up with an estimate.
Sure. What do you think a vault door would cost, Daniel? We'll just use that as a fair estimate.
It's expensive, probably. For like a dwarven style vault door.
Mm-hmm.
Especially custom made with a lock on it. That's going to be up somewhere in the thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Let's go.
Lots of D in dollars.
Okay, I rolled a 19, natural 19, and I guess I'll add proficiency to that. So it's a 23. Tarbek gives a very reasonable but not cheap estimate of 6,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
Kaw will then also message that to Navira.
Sending 6,000 gold pieces.
6,500 gold pieces.
Man. Quite for a custom made vault door, and can you attest to the quality of these locks?
Yes.
And I'll add, it
Excellent.
depends on the dimensions.
Excellent. And yes, I think that sounds most reasonable. Look around at his cronies, who will just nod like bobbleheads. And he will say, and kind of look at the card and see the address. Is the address the manor house or your uncle's shop, Gayle?
I think it would be the manor house.
Okay.
Because that's more the task force unlikely business abode.
Okay. Yeah, and he'll look at it and he'll go, oh, yes, I know the place. Lord Adderbrant's old estate.
We did good work for him, and he was nice enough to lend us his house while he's off in the dagger.
Oh, excellent. But he's still well. I mean, quite old.
He is very well.
But, yes, wonderful to hear. Pleasant old man. He will say, yes, I suppose I suppose we could, or I do indeed believe we could come to an arrangement.
Cool. And if you try to stiff us, our accountant will kill you.
Ew! Ew! Quite! It is wonderful doing business with you. I do believe I see a friend.
Tarbek sort of looks at Kaw.
Gayle gives a thumbs up to the both of them.
He.
You may rely on it.
And yeah. He points off into the middle distance, waves, and hustles past the two of you. Tarbek and Kaw, you see him walk up to a group of strangers and start talking to them, and they're like, oh, okay, who's this dude?
Love Gayle. So much.
Gayle will turn to Navira again, and she'll say, was that scary?
Do you mean me, or do you mean the fact that you just...
They're like the whole situation.
I mean, the fact that you were able to weasel your way into a commission that quickly and that effect was kind of scary.
Cool. You know what's not that scary?
Dancing.
Oh no, Mira froze.
Oh, man. God damn it, Discord.
Discord! Come on! I'm gonna make Cece cry.
Okay, hold on a
Make
second.
me cry.
I know. I'm projecting.
You get someone crying this episode. I didn't want it to be like this.
Not like this.
Oh.
Hey,
There we go.
I'm back for a few seconds.
Okay.
I was listening to banter.
Okay, so Gayle said that was scary. You know what's not scary?
What?
Dancing. Let's go dance. And she'll try to she can't obviously pull Navira on the dance floor, but she'll just hang off of her.
I was like, all right. And she'll walk over to the dance floor and then just stand and hold out her hand and take Gayle's hand and just start spinning her.
Cool.
She's not actually doing anything. She's just this is how you do this, right?
Yes.
I don't know. This is what it all looks like to me. I don't really care.
I'm gonna cast guidance on Navira. Give her a little bit of a boost.
Doesn't really do anything.
Probably
it's
not.
she's not really having difficulty doing anything. She's doing exactly what she needs to do, and that's let Gayle have fun while she just stands there.
And Gayle's honestly fine with it.
She's like, all right, cool.
Okay. So in the middle of the dance floor is a giant tiefling Gundam and a very slight arcane trickster dressed like a half a Zatanna. Tarbek and Kaw, what are you guys doing during all of this?
Spying on Gayle and Navira.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Mom and Dad has to make sure the kids are having fun.
Anything else that you two are just spying? And a note taken.
We're just spying.
Okay. Let me think. As the night wears on, I'm sorry, as Gayle and Navira are dancing, Tarbek and Kaw dancing. Tarbek and Kaw.
Gayle is dancing. Navira is not.
Kaw.
Uh-oh.
And Narshinda walks up to the two of you and says, "My friends, it's so wonderful to see you."
Without a doubt.
He'll say, you were invited to the Anteos party.
Absolutely.
He'll look around and he'll say, I'm told it's smaller than in years past.
This is small.
Cannot predict now.
He says, I've lived in a dungeon for hundreds of years, so I don't really know. But I'm told. I've been told. People are saying.
I hope you're enjoying yourself.
I am. I'll kind of tap you on the nose. He might be a little drunk. And he'll say, how have you been? Durgar simply loves the Daggerford estate. Loves it.
Oh, we've been working real hard. It's nice to take a week off every now and then to just let the sights and sounds of the city wash over you and de-stress. And
from your lips to Soon's ears, am I right?
Mm.
Yes, definitely.
Yes. He'll say, well, if there's anything I might be able to provide for you, Durgar is terribly indebted to all of you, terribly fond of all of you, and I'd be happy to arrange something. Do you need any myconids? They're simply growing at an alarming rate at the mansion in Daggerford.
Aren't they supposed to be... actually, now that you mention it, we'll be in touch. I'll send you a sending.
Excellent. Yes. Make sure you let me know about it, because I can refuse sendings, because, as you remember, I'm a Rakshasa. 6th level
Right.
spells and lower don't affect me. Unless I want them to. What's a level of spell? Who knows? Anyway. Yeah, and Narshinda will, awkwardly shake your hands, because his hands are backwards. And, although he's in his human guise, he still moves his hands all weird. And yeah, he will walk off. He will take a couple steps away from you, see what Gayle and Navira are doing, and just wonderful. And then kind of,
As he's walking off, Todd just kind of slowly just shaking her head, looking after him. Does this spark joy?
yes. Okay. And with Tarbek and Kaw looking on to Gayle and Navira dancing as Narshinda walks away, that's where we will wrap up this episode. So, outros and plugs. Daniel.
Hi, I'm Daniel. I am in Laughing Dragon Inn and also Horrible Barovia Time every other Sunday, I'd like to plug the long game, specifically the shipping. Finally.
Awesome.
Pay off.
Liz.
I am Liz. I'm the one who instigates long games.
Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay. I'm the one who supports the long game.
And Mira.
Hi, I'm Mira. I had really no idea that this long game was happening, I guess. You know where to find me. At this point. It's been a year.
In a year,
A
everybody.
whole year, and I just want to say thank you to our amazing DM who has stuck with us throughout.
Yay!
Thank you.
Put up with our bullshit.
I mean, really, spiritual weapon to run a fan boat, that's obscene. Like, who would...
I have been your dungeon master, and I will continue to be your dungeon master, Andy Hatton. Next week is Star Chasers on Wednesday. The episode is entitled Waiting, and episode 27 of Task Force Unlikely is Masquerade. Have a great night, everybody, and happy 1-year anniversary.
Woo!
Goodbye. Goodbye. Lucy's at this party too.
Oh no!
Is he there's just a bow tie floating inside of him?
It's a mask floating inside of an ooze.